So for topic 2 or however we're going to break this up, we're going to start previewing the upcoming games that this episode is going to come out before. So this episode comes out about a week and a half before Gravity Rush 2 and 2 weeks before Resident Evil 7 and Kingdom Hearts 2.8. And so this is the episode where we're going to talk about those games. It wouldn't make sense to do it on the next one because they already came out. So Gravity Rush 2 comes out January 20th. And we're just going to talk a little. These can branch into whatever we really feel about talking, but we're going to start by basically previewing the game. So Gravity Rush 2, Gravity Rush 1 came out on the beloved PlayStation Vita, which is beloved.
Which is still alive, right?
Which is still alive. It's the indie console you need and you want
by the
Nintendo Switch. It's going to get crushed.
Maybe,
but people who like the Vita.
Conversation for another day.
Yeah, that is it. We'll do that next time. So Gravity Rush, the first one, came out on that. And I own it, and I love it. And Gravity Rush 2 is now coming to consoles, not coming to Vita, which actually made a lot of people very, very angry that Gravity Rush 1 was a Vita game, and then that got ported. There is a Gravity Rush remastered.
Because that means that people liked it that much, but that's also bad. But
right,
how many people own a Vita that don't own a PlayStation?
Right, yeah. Probably not a lot, and I understand why. I mean, so if you think about it, the Vita audience got this game popular to then make it a PS4 game, and then they didn't put it on the Vita. Am I upset? No. I'm honestly, I don't love the Vita as much as other people do. I did buy the game on the Vita. I played on the Vita. Gravity Rush 2 needs to be a console game because we're gonna have
robust.
Yeah, and we're gonna have videos on it probably as we're talking about this. My God, Nick, it looks so nice, and I know you don't like. The art style is exactly like the first one, but like it's taking full advantage of the PS4. The world looks amazing. You played as Kat in PlayStation All-Stars. She's back. She's the main character.
Returning main
character. It's the first game. You control gravity. You levitate. You fight. There's side quests. There's main quests. It's going to be, I think they said, 3 times larger than the first game. So it's gonna be around 20 to 40 hours. That's a lot, like, for a game that started on the Vita. Like, it's weird. This game has, like, the potential to be, like, kind of special. Like, not a lot of people are going to buy it. It's not going to be like on Uncharted where it sells 9 million copies. But I feel like in January, it can sell, like, a lot, actually. And I feel like it does have an audience to it for the PS4. And I don't know if we'll ever see a Gravity Rush 3. It obviously depends on how 2 will do. But 20 to 40 hours. It looks really good. The gameplay, I think, was one of this wasn't a perfect Vita game, but it was one of the top. I'd say this and Uncharted Golden Abyss were the 2 best Vita games. And now we get this for Maybe the only issue, or could be, is that now when we play it on 4, the expectations they're higher because now it's a console game, and. I mean, if you put Gravity Rush 2 on the Vita, it's like the best handheld game ever. But now it's on PS4, and so will it hold up? Like, I'm talking pretty high. What if it's very average? And it's like, well, is there an excuse for it? Do you think? Because I don't know if there should be an excuse.
I mean, it's tough to say because would I excuse it if I didn't know the first one, therefore didn't really care because I just played it as
a game.
I looked up maybe Gravity Rush 1 and I'm like, oh, it's on the Vita, I'm not getting the Vita. So I played a second one and maybe it's really good.
Right.
Because it's or maybe it's really bad because I'm not used to that, So maybe that'd be an independent opinion, but I mean I wouldn't solely hold it against it just for on moral or reasons or anything.
Right. And so I think it could be pretty special. It looks really good. I'm gonna buy it. In this case, for the video or for the games we're previewing, I am gonna get actually all 3. But that, like I said, doesn't have to be the case. We can preview whatever games we want, and it doesn't mean we're going to get them. But Gravity Rush 2 looks like it could be something, and it's coming out at the perfect time. I mean, if it comes out in February, it's going against Horizon Zero Dawn. It's going against For Honor. If it comes out in March, it's going up against Mass Effect. It's got to come out now. It's got to come out in January. There's been hits in last January. The surprise hit of the year was Dying Light. or was it like a year?
For me.
For you, for a lot of people. A lot of people really didn't think Dying Light was going to be anything.
People thought Dying
Let's not forget who made that.
Bad, and Dead Island 2 is going to be good.
Yeah.
Though it still has some problems that I have a personal pick with, such as
the fact that
you heard me say this
almost
every time I've been on a gaming related thing. Why is every game have to be an RPG?
That game needs to actually be shown so we can see it, because we haven't seen it in a very, very long time.
I honestly don't mind.
You don't mind not seeing it?
We're talking about
Dead Island
2?
Yeah.
No, because it looks like they were trying to make a goofy, which $60 game to goofy, funny kill zombies. So I'm not going to pay for it.
Right.
Because you can give me a serious zombie game that I can goof around in with my friends.
Like
Dying Light. Pretty serious tone. One day, they added this weird mutator that made you drop kick zombies, and they flew across the map. Me and Patrick happened to play on that day, and that is one of our fondest, funny memories. Otherwise, serious game. Played it many times after that, totally serious. But, you don't. But if the whole game's shenanigans, I'll pay $10 for some shenanigans, maybe.
Right. I think we've seen games sort of fail from that.
From that perspective, many times.
And Just Cause, actually. And Just Cause is a game where you just destroy everything.
Where it sets itself on, a serious tone, but it does nothing to reinforce that. It just...
Yep.
Because it has its gameplay style, and then it has its story it wants to convey.
For sure. I was trying to think. Yeah. Oh, and Saints Row even. Recently, Saints Row has kind of fallen off big time.
See, they try.
I can't get behind.
Try not to evolve.
Yeah.
Which gaming evolving is a rare thing, which is why we're so surprised for God of War.
Yeah.
God. They decided to do what the difficult thing is, and the riskiest thing I've ever seen, because people, and some people do somehow hate that, but people could have hated that.
Yeah, the whole fan base.
But I think they realize it's hard. It's also hard to admit to yourself that this amazing thing we've created doesn't hold up anymore. That is an old style of game.
We gotta move on.
And they're we care about this enough where we're gonna do all the hard work to tell. Yeah, so that's why that was such a you don't need to hear about it.
God of War is gonna be a special game.